Hello everybody. This is my famous little intro that I'm doing now, so that when you guys do get into the video, you understand what it is you're looking at. This is the promised third, I don't know, maybe I'll do another one, but it's the one I promised you guys, the Indian Arabian, because I can't say Arabic look. And as you can tell, it is filled with glitter, and there's a reason for that. Again, if you would refer to the Indian, Pakistani, Arabian makeup videos, you will see that most of the time they use glitter or really excessive shimmer. This is editorial makeup. I have a hard time believing that a bride who probably is going to be getting married outdoors, from what I can see from their wedding videos, would go out with the amount of makeup that I see that is put on their faces outside. I would have to imagine, as a makeup artist, that they would look ridiculous. So as someone who has been technically trained in the field, and I modeled as well, I know a little something about lighting. That's why I talk about it so much. And a little something about how much, product on your face is going to show. And if you do what I see them doing in these videos and you go outside. So this to me, they should put a disclaimer on these videos letting their audience know that this is photography makeup. This looks beautiful on camera, but it's not going to look so good if you go out. It's not that it's not going to look good. You're not supposed to. The whole idea of makeup, as far as I was taught, is as far as the foundation is concerned, most specifically, and this is where they really go overboard, it should look like it's very natural. You shouldn't be able to see it sitting on top of the skin. You shouldn't see a bunch of powder. It's cake face, and we're all taught, that's one of the first things that we're taught, is what kind of products to use to avoid that, how to match your colors, and so that when you go outside, and yeah, you may have full coverage makeup on, but nobody can tell because it looks so natural. So if you want to pull off something like this, I would recommend that instead of using a cream foundation, like if I was going to do this and I was going to go out right now, I would have chosen a liquid foundation, and I would have, well, the rest is okay because I go out at night with this amount of everything else. I probably wouldn't go out during the day with this amount of makeup on, but a nighttime event, I most certainly would. Of course, minus the headgear and this. I am not trying to be disrespectful. I am only bringing to my viewers what I see they do. I think it's very inspiring and it's very beautiful. I am not in any way, by mimicking the garb that they wear, being disrespectful to anybody's religion. And not that I've received a comment about that, but I heard that someone else did. So just to be very clear, this is my disclaimer. I am only mimicking. I'm only showing you what it is I'm inspired by. I'm very inspired by it. I think what they do is very beautiful with makeup. However, it's more meant for photos than it is for going out. So this is the third one, and this one is a combination of red, gold, brown, and black, as per to match my headgear. And as you can see, the rest of my state of dress, very close. It's very type of gypsy way that they, and I am so inspired by it that I probably will do another one. So this is just another one, and again, in the video, as I always do, will be me describing the products that I chose to use, and that'll be in my narration, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Okay, so jumping right into this, as you can tell, I'm showing you guys all of my jewelry and the art brushes that I use for my eyeliner. And that's called Folk Art. Makes those, and you can get them at any department store. I got mine at Walmart. And so here, taking an angled elf brush, and that is an older Maybelline gel eyeliner pot that I have. You can use these just like you use paint pots. In this case, I'm using it to sort of draft out the line, and also the blue brush, the very fine brush I'm using, is by Royal, and again, it's a set of paint brushes. Those you will find work really, really well for precise lining. And here I'm just coming up with the shape, and I am creating a cut crease, which I will later blend with shadows to the point where you will not see these lines. So that's just pretty much looking for the shape, drafting it out. And you can also, a good tip is take a small amount of makeup remover and a Q-tip. So if you want to, change the lines or just, straighten them out, that's a very good little tip to know. And I had to do it. I just didn't show it here. So I've completed that on both eyes and primed them using the Wet n Wild primer by the Fergie line. And so now using shadows, I've done one eye, and so this eye I'll do here on camera, and that's an e.l.f. blending brush I'm using. But as you saw, I applied it with my finger, and that's a goldish, it's like a foil gold. And I'm using a sleek palette, it's called the Sunset palette, to get that foil gold up there. And then using a brown, I don't know who makes this crayon, but it's just a brown crayon. And I'm going over that line. I'm going to start diffusing the lines with brown shadows. And I started with the brown, well, no, they're not markers, but crayons, or how do you call them? Eyeshadow, cream eyeshadow sticks. This one here is by e.l.f. And so that I'm using as a base for the end. The tail is going to be brown. So instead of that dark black I used in my first Arabian video, I am going for brown tone. So this is red, gold, and brown tones. And also a corally color that you see I used as my transition shade, but right on top of that first line on my upper socket, where I am now diffusing using the Fergie Quad by Wet n Wild. And I'm using matte browns to start diffusing. And also this palette here is by Profusion. It's all chocolate. It mimics the palette by that they smell like chocolate. I'm not sure, but I think it's Tartelette makes them. So this is just like it, but it's by Profusion. It's all chocolate colors, and they smell good too. So now taking this angled blending brush, and you're gonna see I keep cleaning it because I only have a couple of them, but they're great for doing like precise corner work, which is what I'm doing here. And remembering that each color will blend into one another. This here is the red lipstick. It's the Kate line by Rimmel, and you can use a red cream shadow or blush to do this, but my lipstick I thought was nice and bright, and yes, it works. I will be setting this with that brick red by Artisan right here, powder, and that's going to dim the brightness of that red, and it's also going to set it. And remember that I'm blending each color right into the last color I apply, and that's just gonna, you're not gonna see where one thing starts and the other thing ends. And then here using the Milk by NYX right in the tear duct as a base, and then I'm taking a concealer brush and just blending that out. I'm gonna take this really foiled gold, light gold from the same Sleek palette, and go ahead and put that over that white, and that's also going to set that base, and it's going to make that gold a lot brighter. Now these glitter These glitter pots that I'm using are glitter that you can get in your arts and crafts. They must say non-toxic, and they're very safe to use on your skin. And that'll save you a good $20. These are 99 cents, and they do the same exact job as any other glitter. So I'm using the red and the gold. The red on top of the red shadows, and the gold on top of the gold shadows. Now, you'll want to take this little tip from me, which I didn't do myself, and let that dry before you start moving your eyelids around, because the glitter will get all over the place, and it happened to me several times. So, another really good tip, let your glitter dry, and then it will stay in place. So here, using the e.l.f. cream, a jet black liner that I have, and one of my art brushes, I am going to line my eyes the Arabian way, meaning the entire eye with the little tip and the tear duct and the big cat flick at the end. So you see that how much that brown tamed the black lines that I first created. So this is not as bold as the first one. So this is nicer to wear if you don't want that hard black eyeliner look at the end of your eyes. Then you can use a brown and it will diffuse nicely and look a lot softer. That eyeliner stick that I just used, the pencil, is by Maybelline, and they're skinny sticks. And then here with an e.l.f. liquid liner, and that's because there's glitter there and it's really hard to put on gel or cream liner on top of glitter. I used an e.l.f. liquid liner to finish that off. And then here I have done brows and lashes, the Flirty Ones by Kiss. And then I'm going to be using the cream base by L'Oreal, the cushion. Mine again is in a beigey shade. And I am priming first with the e.l.f. the green one primer. And then I'm going to go ahead and apply with a kabuki brush by Essence of Beauty. And a cream base is great for photography, as you heard me talk in my intro. And a liquid base would be better if you're going to wear this out. So I'm applying that with a kabuki brush, a couple of coats, and then taking a beauty blender. Sorry, my husband there in the background walking around. And buffing everything out. As you can see on the eyes, there's glitter everywhere, and it looks kind of harsh here, but in the pictures they come out really pretty. Then with the Glamouflage, I am highlighting. It's a really light color, it's like extra light. And then using the Bare Mineral Stroke of Light, I'm just trying to get rid of that, and it's gotten a lot better on me. That little line that I get right there in that area. And then here goes the glitter again in red, and that's going to go over the black liner on the bottom. This actually looks really, really pretty in real life. It didn't come out so much in the pictures, but it looks very pretty in real life with a toothpick. And then I am going to start highlighting. I'm going to liquid highlight first using the Revlon Clear Natural and buffing that in. And the brush that I'm using there is a foundation brush by e.l.f. to apply. And then here I am taking the e.l.f. all-purpose crayon and using that to contour. I will also go over that with a powder contour. And I lowered my cheekbones slightly so that the upper half of my face is more heart-shaped. So that's all what you can do with contouring. I'll see if I can get into a video about that, but there's so many. And as you can see, all the normal places where you would contour is where I am. And then here, using an e.l.f. bronzer. This one's a little darker. I have about 4 shades. The Sunkissed. And I am bronzing. And then here using the blush by NYX. This is red and it's called that. I could have used that on my eyes, but I chose the lipstick instead. It was a lot brighter, that's why. And then using the Luminoso by Rimmel as a blush, powder brush. and the Physicians Formula Pearl as a highlight. And that's a fan brush I've had for a really long time, and I love. And then I do believe after this, lipstick. And it's the same lipstick. It's it's the Kate line by Rimmel. It's a very bright red, and it's matte. And then I'm going to take a lip liner and go over the edges and smooth them out. And take some silver gloss. Gloss the lips up, and that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys really soon. Bye-bye.